Welcome to another insightful episode of Flag Your Week, and I'm your host for today, Faith, and I'm so happy to have you guys on today's show. Co-hosting with me is
Samuel. And it's just so funny that you're the one hosting today, Shah.
Let me fit into Rena's shoes.
Like seriously, Rena will just be
she's
talking.
been missed. She's been
And then I talk too much, I beg.
she watches. So down to what we're going to be having today, discussion we're going to be having today. It's about Nigerians' reputation and its impacts, its effects on Nigerians' youths.
Yeah.
Don't touch that down. We'll be back to dive deep. Welcome back. So let's start, Samuel. Let's start from the top.
Yeah.
Nigeria's reputation.
Well, before we were independent, I knew Nigeria's reputation was not that high or something. But when we got our independence in 1960, October 1st, I know we had some changes, we had a lot of things that have been happening that has made Nigeria grow. But in recent time, like, let me say, a few years back, like we growing up, we have seen a lot of changes in Nigeria. Because now, the reputation, we were supposed to be known as the African giants, obviously. We are the African giants. From all the countries in Africa, we are the ones that they know
We're
most.
supposed to do big brother for Africa.
But now, it just seems like Nigeria is known for negativity, not positivity. Number one, if you ask outside, and if you go outside, they don't like Nigerians, number one, because they say most scammers are from Nigeria, which is not true. We have the most educated people I know. You know, the reputation we're having now outside is just so bad that even when Nigerians go out to go and study, we have, like, you just mentioning your country, you might have a disadvantage because of the things that people do. And not even we alone, even the government. Politics is shown everywhere. We have BBC News that carries everybody's news. We have CNN. So like everything that's happening in a country, you know. Like now, we don't have any business with China now. But at least we know what is going on in China, we know what's going on in America. So the way we are getting intel of what they are doing. That is the way they are getting intel of what we are doing too. So as they are seeing corruption in our country, they might expect that maybe the youth, maybe if they come to our place, they are going to corrupt our place. So it's trying to like exploit the reputation of the youth in the sense that opportunities will not be coming for the youths. Not even only opportunities might come in Nigeria, but outside they might not get the opportunities that they want. So I think this is one of the like effects I know.
You say opportunity might come.
Yes.
In Nigeria. How is it coming in Nigeria when our reputation is just declining?
That's what
because if we say we used to be, because I don't think we are. I don't know.
That's what I said.
If we say we used to be the giant of Africa, and then more like we're shouldering a lot of things coming to Africa, and now we're declining. Because economically we're really, really declining.
Yes.
Because the normal layman can't even survive the way he do survive 2 years ago. Things are getting really bad. So how would you now say the opportunities are coming? Because many Nigerian youths are leaving because they feel like there's no opportunity here.
Yes,
they're going to seek greener opportunity. So how is the opportunity coming to Nigeria?
You know, we're talking about reputation now. Reputation is the way people see you. They rep you. So we're in Nigeria. Things happen in our country. We are Nigerians. We know how to sort ourselves out. You know. But we going outside. People have already seen what is happening in your country. They won't like to bring you to their country so that you will not come and spoil their destiny. So that's what I'm saying. You might have opportunity in Nigeria, but outside if you go, the opportunity will not be there because of the reputation they carry.
Okay.
But if you can try to fix this, these are things that are fixable. Corruption, we can stop corruption now. It's hard, I know it's hard, but we can stop corruption now.
You know, I'm laughing because some people think it's easier said, but you know that the reputation too has to do with our mindset.
Yes, yeah.
Because a lot of us feel Nigeria is corrupt, Joe. The leaders are there eating their own. We were here suffering, and we're also doing ourselves because we like if we are here suffering, let's come and eat our own a little way we can eat. Because you see a contractor wants to give her the contract and the guy is hyping price like mad. The cost of things are hyping in the market. We know that when these traders go to buy, they'll still come back to make profit. But some of them hype their prices ridiculously. Like most of us think, even we as Nigerians, let's be frank, our mindset, we think this country is a terrorist country. There's some parts that if you ask some Nigerians to go to in Nigeria, they won't go. And some parts that people feel like are peaceful. We already have this mindset of, we're already giving Nigeria a reputation in our mind. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Apart from apart from how the outside world views Nigeria, we as Nigerians, we've already given Nigeria this kind of reputation. Like, Nigeria is doing poorly. And most of us, because of this reputation we've built for Nigeria in our mind, we're not striving to see how we can make it a better place. If we say corruption, we need to fight corruption. Most of us have already settled in our mind that, Nigeria is corrupt, and we're not acting to help the country get better.
That's why we need to fight.
That's why we need to fight.
Yes.
But I think that the aspects of our mindset, we need to look into it. Nigeria is our own. It's not all about singing the anthem, God of creation, Nigeria, our father. It's not only just that. It's about putting it into actions. It's about telling ourselves that Nigeria can be great. Nigeria will be great if we do this. If I come and say, I won't be corrupt, I won't hype price no matter what it is, I will abide by the books no matter how bad it is. We're helping ourselves, we're helping the next person, we're helping Nigeria. Do you get? But if we continue to promote these things, promote terrorism, promote scam, because you will see some people online say, even when other countries are saying Nigerians have a lot of scammers, because it's not true, you have over plenty for here and stuff like that. We're not helping ourselves. So in what way do you think we can help ourselves? In what way can we change Nigeria's reputation? Don't answer that. We'll answer that shortly after the break.
Go ahead, it's your time, baby. It's your time, baby. Get wild, baby. That's the difference when you're my baby. That's how it is when you. Nobody make me stop the world. Feel my thug passion. Give you what you ask for. So tell me if you want action. Until the lights back on. I got the one we could last long. And I never room mansion. Feel like what I waited for night long. I pull up in my high fashion. Every light flashing anyway. We can go ahead and just head out and chill up in my villa together the whole night. Just get in the drop top, take the head out and cruise with your head outside. Go ahead, it's your time, baby. It's your time, baby. Get wild, baby. That's the difference when you're my baby. That's how it is when you. Nobody make me stop the world. So tell me, what do we do when these people don't know what you've been through? You survive through the night, through the darkest of times. It's only right that you do what you like.
I can help you shit on anybody ever hated. Put you in baguettes, got you feeling like you made it. Everything advanced, nothing that I do.
So welcome back. Now let's answer the question, Samuel. How do you think we can improve Nigeria's reputation?
Simple and short. By stopping all the things that we used to do and starting new things. Seriously, it's not supposed to be funny, but it's as simple as that. Stop the negative things and let's start doing positive things. Negative things in the sense of promoting corruption, promoting bribery, promoting having much scammers in this country also. We can't even lay this only on the government. We also as youth, there's a way we present ourselves that we're spreading the reputation of our country. Because government not be the, although they say now everybody they do Yahoo. Even government they do Yahoo because they do Yahoo to us. But Yahoo also has spread the reputation of like Nigerians in a lot of ways. That they will use pictures of people to do this and to do that. They won't even think of how the person will feel, or how if the person they are scamming now sees that picture, that person in the picture they sent, how they will catch the person. So even if you look at there was a video that I saw on Instagram, I've forgotten when, but they rated like the countries with the highest scammers, and Nigeria was number one. So you get, so like it's that bad that they see us with the highest scammers. And two, I know a lot of people outside are representing Nigeria in a good way. Let's say education wise, because we have a lot of smart people. You can even see that like countries are trying to say, okay, they will bring people from Nigeria to come and educate or do something like that. So I know we'll have a good side on education. So the only part I can say is in politics and also Yahoo. And in what way again can I say that our reputation is being...
Generally, our reputation is being scattered in health-wise.
Yeah, health-wise, God bless you.
Because health-wise, and our economy...
Like people running from Nigeria to go outside to just go and treat
even the higher ups don't even use Nigeria healthcare system.
Let me show you something. I have two aunties. One, she went outside to stay. She gave birth to her child there. Through, what do they call this? Is this CS here? So they operated her, and when the child was out, they had to put the place back. And if you look at the place, like it's like they did nothing.
Wow.
Like they never touched the place. But come to my auntie that was in Nigeria. She gave birth to this child like 5 years ago, but still till today she's still feeling pains there.
Are you serious?
She gets so like even in our health wise also, the reputation Nigerians are having is bad. And if you see Nigerians going outside to give birth, don't blame them because they know like they're trying to look after the lives of their loved ones.
Because I saw something online.
It's not that we don't have we don't have good doctors.
We do.
It's just like
we do, but that's why we're trying to see how we can get to the little of let's start, let's come low. Let's see how we can start from ourselves, because sometimes we're the ones doing ourselves before we even get up. I think if we start to change from we down here, it will get up. Because I saw something on Instagram, I can't remember. I saw something, I think it was during the weekend. A woman crying out that her child was undergoing surgery and then the child's liver went missing. How will the child's liver go missing in a surgery room? How? Do you get, like, why would that kind of thing happen? How will a trafficker be a medical personnel? Like, how would you, like, we won't trust our lives
our
to
system.
this.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
our lives to these people
that's when
anymore.
people now start saying, okay, my child was give birth, so let me start saving so that I'll go outside and give birth. So with all these things we have said, like, what we are just trying to say is we should just stop the negative. All bits we have said is just saying we should stop the negativity and put positivity front. It will be hard, yes. Everything, like, to be good is not that easy. Now, baby steps.
Yeah, true.
It will be hard, but we just have to do it. We just have to make it. We have to make positive turns, and we have to do things that will make our country have the reputation it used to have. We are still the African giants that we know.
But we need to
us.
take up that post
Now,
with pride.
yes.
We need to be up there with.
Because now you can't go outside and say African giants and people just look at you like even see your currency self. It's crashing.
Please don't shake that table.
You people, even the viewers, you even know the things that are affecting our reputation in Nigeria as a youth and as a country as a whole. So you know the things, even though we don't mention it here, you know the things that need to be settled, you know the things that need to be done. Like we always say, these things start from you. You can't go and meet another person and tell the person to change when you haven't changed. It's not possible. The person has to see the change in you first before he will take up.
True.
So he has to see the change.
Because if out of 100%, if it starts with 20, the 20 begin to influence the next 20, influence the next 20, like that will reach somewhere. Okay, so now we've established the how Nigerian's reputation has moved from the positive to negative. We've said some of these things that we can do to move back Nigeria's reputation from the negative to the positive. Now we need to state some of the things, some of these negative reputations that are affecting Nigerian youth. How is okay, let's say if we say economic, our economic is going down. That's the reputation we're having. How is it affecting Nigerian youth? If we say our educational system is shaky, how is it affecting Nigerian youth? If we say our healthcare system, our health sector is shaking, how is it affecting Nigerian youth? If we say unemployment is one of a bad reputation that is out there, how is it affecting Nigerian youth?
You know what you have said, all these things you have said has already been spoken of.
But we need to say it in layman language.
It's not about that. It's about just saying everything that we have said already. All these things we have mentioned is part of it. That was why I said even them at home, they know of the things that is affecting our reputation in Nigeria. If we're talking about the educational system, the let's say the reputation in the sense that only the rich get good education. Sure, you get the poor, they just go to school. For if like we that were ever serving, if there are some of my friends that are serving that they were posted in some schools, they'll be like, they will go to school and like someone is in SS3 but he doesn't even know how to write his name. Sure, you get. So how would that be? How would that person present himself outside in the public? Or in the sense that our politicians, we have some people that they will tell them to bring out their results, but it's nowhere to be found. Come on, your credentials. That is something you are supposed to be keeping. Yes, and it's being displayed everywhere. So how is it possible for you to get to that stage and you don't have your credentials? How did you get the post in the first place?
Sometimes, but I feel like even in the educational system, you see sometimes when some of the young Nigerians want to go and further their studies outside. Let's say they finished the secondary school here. You want to go outside and go to university. Sometimes they might even take them a class backward.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if I don't know, probably because maybe they feel our education standard here doesn't stay much for the child to go forward or for the child to go for the class they're applying for. Stuffs like that. You get sometimes we might have to go through series of tests because we want to get an international job. Series of tests, series of interviews to see to satisfy that okay, this person is really, really qualified. Something like that it affects. If we come to unemployment, it's so bad that they feel like, I don't know, sometimes when you see some things online, you feel like it's as if people are spilling that Nigeria is a very underdeveloped country. Like as if they're still seeing us like as if we've not yet been colonized. Before our independence, like you know when they see us tying leave, like that's how they still feel like Africa. Sometimes you see some movies that you're like, why do they feel like Africa is still backward? You get like even affects the way we try to interact. Even though Nigerian youth are trying to make a way for themselves, trying to push for themselves, but most of this reputation that Nigeria is building for itself worldwide affects every step of a Nigerian youth, affects our thinking, because we still feel that these people from other countries are better than us. We feel like they can do way better than us, and it's not so. We can also do better than them. I've seen cases where we have done better than them. Yeah, you know, I can say like our reputation really the major hit for me is hitting us psychologically or hitting our thinking by making us feel inferior to these people. Because when you hear white man now, you see Chinese man, it's Chinese man. What is making that person higher than you? I feel like one of the major hits, one of the major effects is our psychological thinking, our mindset.
Yeah, so that's why we have the Flaggy app that you can report any case of corruption that you notice or any type of thing you notice that is negative in the country. We have cases like sextortion, cyberbullying. This case we have even spoken of, like the way the reputation is being affected by Nigeria's reputation has been affected, and on youth also. So if you notice anything that, let's say, is going wrong or is going sideways, you can report it on the Flaggy app. You can get it both on the App Store and Play Store, and you get it, sign up, report. You can even report anonymously. You don't have to show yourself. And also we have a program for you guys, just like this, but it's on FRSC radio every Friday. You can turn up 9 a.m. right?
Yes.
Every Friday by 9:30 a.m. Sorry, by 9:30 a.m. you can turn up, listen to the program, watch it also live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Also, it will be live. You will see they talk about corruption cases like this. Also, that's why I named this Summer Corruption. So, and you can also bring up topics that you want them to talk about on that show also, and they will talk about it also. So, I guess that's all.
Yeah. If you're being asked, what's your little way of contributing? What's your little way of contributing to change? We've given you a platform. We've given you Flag It Up to report, to contribute to change. We've given you Summer Corruption to come and educate people about some of the corrupt practices happening around you and ways to tackle it. So there, we are going to come back shortly to our favorite segments of the show, which is Flag Your Week. See you there. favorite segment. When it's not your show, I said her favorite segment. But it's our favorite segment, Flag Your Week.
So what do you want to flag for us today?
What I want to flag is that our FCT minister, he don't they work.
You guys thought it was joking when he said it.
He has started putting his speech into action.
He said it like he doesn't care who you are, he doesn't care what you do.
My guy.
He will demolish, and he has
guy.
been doing
He's
it.
bringing it down.
Yes, as in,
Like, because yesterday, when I was coming from, maybe my name is my area, I was passing a very popular roundabout here. And then I saw that I was the bus stop where we enter Keke from. Peeps. Everybody that used to sell those man that used to sell things, chicken, egg, fruits. People was like, now wow. So now if person won't buy small thing now, tomato, fruit, now you guys go big market because cleared everywhere. You see a lot of forces were there making sure that that place was being cleared. Nobody is doing anyhow, harassing or trying to stuff like. Moving from that junction, coming to my own junction. The same thing cleared. I say, oh my God. I can see that he's progressing, starting from major junctions along the road. That he knows that a lot of these shops or kiosks that are not part of the plan are causing chaos. Then he's moving it, and I say, okay, fine, make it on the work. And I can see that it's causing a lot of scare because even when I was still talking about it to one was like, that she kept one car on the road that she's going to sell. I can remove it, care. Like a lot of people are scared that let's not come and reach my side.
I don't know how much I'm going to spend to build the house.
Exactly, but people that just renew rent to call.
Oyo is okay. So you go back go Oyo State, man.
No, it's not funny because everybody are scared. Like they should not reach them.
Yeah.
You get this kind of so. A lot of people. I don't know people
you know something about life is. If you know your own, if you like put it in, you don't reach, you go still reach.
Once you're done, reach, you don't reach.
I don't reach, you don't
But
reach.
I think everybody needs to go and look at this Abuja master plan. So you know when it will reach you or if it don't go reach you.
No, the thing is that you have to judge yourself by your conscience now. When you know that, yes, what I've done is wrong already, you have to make
That's
plans.
why I said everybody needs to go and look at the master
that's what I'm
plan.
saying.
Go know whether
So,
you go reach your turn, no go reach your.
not.
But if you don't say you be landlord where your house where you build, the master plan. Start to the compensate. Can you compensate your
That's not
tenants?
talk. The tenants will just renew. Now, the landlord will give them their money back.
Landlord they say that chop the body. Landlord they say things don't hard. But really, I think right now now that we know that.
Sorry, let me ask a question. What he's doing now, is it going to be beneficial? Like, do you think it's going to benefit, like demolishing people's things, and what does he want to do that he's doing this?
Everything has its positive side. Everything has its negative side. Obviously, if he's taking Abuja back to Abuja already had the master plan. They had the master plan. The master plan had its purpose, had what it's going to serve. Taking it back to master plan, probably to take Abuja to where it was supposed to be. During every 5 times, everybody was demolishing a lot of buildings, It has positive, but a lot of people now are grumbling because they feel like that shouldn't be the bone of contention. That shouldn't be the first thing he should do. A lot of people feel like there are other aspects, but let's watch and see. Let's see how it play out. I'm not the type to try to choke too much into politics. Politics is not my game, but let's see how it will play out. We hope it all comes for the good, and like I feel like now that all of us knows that there are a lot of wrong things that have been done, like a lot of people have built in legally and the rest. I think we need to go back to our master plan really and start doing the right thing so that we don't get too affected. Start correcting those mistakes, and the rest of it. That's it. What do you think? Do you think Wike's master plan, Wike's action, do you think is affecting you? What's your take? What's your take on Wike's action? Has it reached your area? Come and tell us. Come and flag it. Tell us, because I'm hearing that it's reaching this area. So come and tell us. Have you reached your area? Are you beginning to pack your bags? Are you beginning to run away? Come and just us by using the hashtag flag your week on all our social media platforms, on Twitter, on YouTube. You can send us DMs with the hashtag flag your week, and we're sure to read your comments on the show. Yes, I think it's a wrap. It's a wrap from us today. Thank you so much for joining us in another exciting episode. And we can't wait to see you next time. I'm your host for today. I'm saying for today because Brenda might come and displace me
I might be the
tomorrow.
next one.
Or you don't go and displace me tomorrow. I am Faith, and with me here is
Samuel.
Have a blessed weekend ahead. Bye.